Beloveds, it's so good to be with you today. I'm so glad that Canon Susan is with us. And it's just been a real delight to come to know Canon Susan and to share in her history and in her passion for St. Paul's, and in particular for the work of spiritual development. It has been wonderful to learn of the impact that she has had here at St. Paul's, but also out in the larger community. And I have just really loved learning from her, working with her, and building what feels like a really great friendship with her.
Mm-hmm.
As we look forward into where God is calling St. Paul's, it's very natural that we as priests who live very firmly into the sense of calling, look at the ways in which God is calling us in our own vocation and ministry. And it is with great excitement and a twinge of sadness that Canon Susan lives into a new calling placed on her life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let Canon Susan share that. This really fantastic opportunity that puts her in a place of great honor and privilege to serve the entire Diocese of Oklahoma and beyond. But that will mean some changes for us here at the cathedral. So, Canon Susan, I'm going to ask you to share what this really fantastic opportunity is.
Thank you, Dean. I'd love to share some things about that. And first of all, thank you for your marvelous support. And uh, it has been such a pleasure to get to know you. And I'm also looking forward to unfolding friendship as it moves into ever deeper levels. So what the dean is referring to is that the Diocese of Oklahoma in January is going to be opening a new Iona school for the diocese, and this will be the Iona School of Spiritual Direction. Uh, I have loved all of everything that has gone on in my life, serving as your priest at St. Paul's for these years. And some of the things that began stirring in me 15, 20 years ago was a need to go deeper, a desire to go deeper into the presence of God. And I found great pathways for that as I explored being in spiritual direction myself and then becoming a spiritual director. Because that process, when we're in a trusted environment between a spiritual director and a directee, we open up that place within us where we can have a deeper connection with God. It is that place of where our little soul connects up with the greater spirit of God, and the environment created becomes makes for more fertile ground for that relationship with God to take deeper root. So it is with great excitement that we are moving into the school. It's opening in January, and we will have a group of 12 students that are already pre-enrolled, and they will form a beta group and over the next 2 years, and we will work through all the intricacies of how the program is going to be developed. And then in 2023, the school will open in a broader level, open to more people and more denominations even. So we look forward to a wonderful development and an evolving presence of the school. And Dean Churchwell, thank you again for your support of this program and your support of me. I appreciate it more than words can say.
And what Canon Susan has not yet mentioned is that she has been asked to serve as the dean of the Iona School of Spiritual Direction. This transitions her into an academic role, into a more broadly serving role within the diocese and beyond. It also places her on the diocesan staff as missioner for spirituality. And this is it is a huge honor. It is a huge honor for the cathedral and for Canon Susan to move into this new role. I look forward to having a dean colleague in Canon Susan. Of course, what that means for us here at St. Paul's is a little bit of change. And 2020 has taught us that we can handle change, especially when it's a good change. So Canon Susan and the bishop and I have worked very closely together in creating a very thoughtful plan, which we are calling a planned work reduction for here at St. Paul's. And so what that looks like is the year 2021, Canon Susan will remain full-time here at the cathedral. During this upcoming year, Canon Susan will work with lay leadership and with clergy and with staff to build transition pathways that will allow for her to then, in the year 2022, transition to quarter-time ministry. 2022 feels like a really long time from now. And so we're not entirely sure exactly what that quarter time ministry will look like, but we do know that it will contain a liturgical presence on Sunday mornings. It will contain a teaching presence, as well as a presence of spiritual direction here at St. Paul's. One of the goals of Bishop Polson and of the Iona School of Spiritual Direction is that there would soon be, or over the course of time, be a spiritual director in every congregation. And Canon Susan will be modeling for the diocese, but also for us, what that looks like to have a dedicated spiritual director to help facilitate director and directee relationships, to enhance the spiritual life of a congregation. And so in the year 2022, she will transition quarter time into that role. Beginning in 2023, as her time comes to a, well, I've been calling it where her time comes into doing all of the things that she would want to do. As in 2023, Canon Susan will move into a stipendiary role, which means even less than a quarter time, but still a large part of our community and of the congregation. But that is it is necessary to make this dwindling down of time here at St. Paul's, because during the years of 2021, 2022, and 2023, her time will be growing and expanding on a diocesan level. And so that is to give her the ability and the time and the energy to live fully into her role as the Iona School's director of spiritual direct, but the Iona School of Spiritual Direction's dean. There we go. So this is a really exciting thing. And I hope that you will share with me in your excitement for Canon Susan as she listens to and obeys this call placed on her life by God. It will be a shift for us here at the cathedral, but I love that this isn't a goodbye.
No.
It's simply just
Shifting.
a shifting. It's simply a shifting,
Yeah.
simply a shifting.
Mhm.
And so you will hear more about the Iona School of Spiritual Direction from the diocese. You yourself will have an opportunity to engage with that program if that's a calling God has placed on your life. And most of all, you are cared for and held and served by all of the clergy and staff here at St. Paul's. And I'm so grateful to Canon Susan for having done such a phenomenal job in being your priest. And I'm glad that while her role shifts, that she will still be known to us a priest here at St. Paul's, even if it looks a little different. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I encourage you to wholeheartedly shower Canon Susan with congratulations and with well wishes as she moves into this new role. And over the next coming years, as these transitions begin to take place, I'm grateful that Canon Susan will be praying for us as we will be praying for her as we live into our new roles. So thank you, Canon Susan. Congratulations. And for you, beloveds at St. Paul's, be on the lookout for information from the diocese on this wonderful new opportunity for spiritual direction with the Iona School, and for the ways in which Canon Susan is being honored as being a spiritual leader here at St. Paul's, here in our diocese, and well beyond. Have a blessed day.